Let's start off with a question. Has your taste in humor changed as you've gotten older? I still laugh at some things that I found funny even when I was just a kid. And then there are other comedies that just don't seem to work as well for me anymore. And that brings us to today's episode. This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today, a comedy I used to love, but that now kind of falls flat. Let's check it out. Today's film is Monty Python's Life of Brian from 1979, 94 minutes long in color. This is about Brian of Nazareth, who was born on the original Christmas Day, next door to Jesus of Nazareth, but Brian spends his life being mistaken for the Messiah. This was written and performed by the British comedy group Monty Python's Flying Circus, and I first became aware of them when their TV series popped up kind of out of nowhere on our local PBS channel many, many years ago. And I just thought it was revolutionary. I'd never seen anything like it before. They broke so many rules. It was just so funny. And so I became a fan. In fact, I even have their box set of their TV series. I even have a Monty Python coffee mug. I've seen all their films. I've even seen Spamalot, their musical. And so, yeah, I like Monty Python. And so just so you know, my comedy touchstones, my trajectory, if you will, is my comedy history begins really with, like a lot of people, with Mad Magazine. I even did an episode on that called Mad Magazine Changed My Life. And it changed a lot of people's lives. Howard Stern, Jerry Seinfeld. A lot of people mentioned that as a big influence on them, David Letterman. And then I kind of graduated to National Lampoon magazine. A lot of those people went on to be filmmakers and to go on to SNL. And then later on, Albert Brooks films, which I still love. I did an episode about Albert Brooks as well. And the early Woody Allen films I thought were just hilarious. Not sure how those hold up now. So, but that's for another episode, I guess. And still love SCTV. Still watch that. I have the whole DVD collection. I watch them every week, just about. And on the literature front, Kurt Vonnegut was my guy. Then there are the evergreens, of course, like Laurel and Hardy, and some Abbott and Costello, and some Jerry Lewis films. I've done 2 episodes on Jerry Lewis. And so now you get an idea where I'm coming from as far as comedy goes. So I was pretty excited to watch this new Criterion Blu-ray of Life of Brian, but I was surprised to find that for the most part, it just didn't really work for me. And I'm trying to figure out why. Overall, and this is going to sound really dumb, I just thought it was too silly. Then there were some aspects that just didn't work for me, such as guys in drag that with these loud, shrill voices trying to be women or old ladies. The line readings are very loud and exaggerated, lots of mugging. And then there's 3, yeah, that's right, 3 characters with different speech impediments. There's this big section with Michael Palin playing Pontius Pilate, and it got huge laughs when I saw this in the theater in 1979, including from me. But this time around I thought, why did I find this funny? I don't know. And it's not that I found that offensive or anything or politically incorrect. In fact, I think those are kind of the funniest parts of this film. And I do give them credit for satirizing religion, for satirizing biblical films, and for showing, especially for showing how easily the masses can be manipulated. And this was really a controversial film. It was banned in several countries. But for me, I think the throwaway lines are often the funniest parts of this film, and in many comedies really, because they don't try so hard to make you laugh. They might say them under their breath or just as an aside or something. And I'm thinking also at this point now in my life, I'm thinking I like comedies that are more subtle or more character driven. Now you might say, wait a minute, you said you like Jerry Lewis, that's subtle? No, it's not subtle, but there is a certain subtlety to some of his physicality that he uses in those films. And I also think it's funny when there's one weird, crazy guy in a film and everybody else is kind of normal. Think of the Marx Brothers. The Marx Brothers, those guys that like exist almost on a different plane than everybody else in the film, it seems like. Or it can even be the opposite is funny too, where there's one normal guy and everybody else is crazy. Think of like the old Bob Newhart show or something. And actually, it's just possible that when I sat down to watch this, I just wasn't in the mood for it. That is possible. So anyways, having said all that, my rating for Life of Brian, 3 crosses out of 5. Why crosses? Well, if you've seen the film, you know about the notorious crucifixion scene at the end. So what's on this disc? This is a Criterion Blu-ray edition. There are 2 discs. One has the film, the other one has all the extras. Here are the extras here if you want to zoom in on that or pause it. I did not watch the extras. I know quite a bit about the Pythons, so I didn't watch them, but I'll watch them later on. There is a booklet, which is one of those notorious fold-out booklets that I really don't like, but that's what we have. It's actually pretty good. It talks about how it was so controversial, and so good information in there. And the good thing is, where can you see Life of Brian? Well, aside from renting or buying it, you can stream it on Amazon Prime, and you can stream it on Peacock as of this recording. So feel free to leave a comment or suggestion down below. I'm curious if there's any films you once thought were funny, but no longer find funny, or films that you find funny all the time. That happens too. Some stuff like, I loved cartoons when I was growing up. I can't watch cartoons anymore. Looney Tunes, I understand the art of it, but I'm not going to sit there and watch it. I don't know, just things have changed. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. Subscribing is free. Also free is we are on Letterboxd under the Kazdoy Closet, leaving comments and other things we're watching. There's a link down below that'll take you right there. And what's not free is my ebook is available. It is True Tales from the Teacher Trenches, the ups and downs from 32 years of teaching. It's for your Kindle. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it's part of your subscription at no charge. Otherwise, it's $1.99 at Amazon.com. You can't use the app. You got to go to Amazon.com. So if I don't get another episode up soon, I'll be back near the end of June because we are going to be riding the rails for a while. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you like this episode. See you next time.